Okay, for some reason the title isn't changing, but I will get this going. All right, how's it going, PBE? Welcome to the season 58 PBE Awards. As always, I'm your host this season again, Tim G. And joined with me again for a repeat performance of last season by Valor. How you doing, Valor? Well, it's pretty easy and it's free. Can't argue with that. Hang on, they can't hear ya. Hang on.
Oh.
All right, they couldn't hear you, but they should be able to hear you now, Valor.
Okay, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me, guys? I really don't want to play my sound pad on here because I intentionally turned mine off. Okay, now it says we can hear. You can hear us.
Okay,
All right.
wanted to make sure I turned my desktop audio down. Um,
Yeah, that's the thing as well. I want to make sure I need to learn all of this beforehand before I do the spring training stream on Saturday.
all right. Well, as always, we will begin the awards presentation with our Hall of Fame inductees. Our first
All
Hall of Fame
right.
inductee is
Let's see
going
what we
to
got
be
this year.
Philip Alou. Played for both the Krebs and the Rougarous. They were a five-time All-Star, three-time Silver Slugger, one-time Gold Glove Award winner, and a MVP from season 46 to 51 was when they won all those awardships. So congratulations, Philip Alou. Career award of a whopping 38. Because I already saw that our next Hall of Famer, that's gonna be D Fernandez, played for the Apex and the Voyagers. Career WAR 36.0, 351 stolen bases, and lucky sevens for RBIs. They are a six-time All-Star, two-time Silver Slugger, a two-time Gold Glover, an MVP, and three-time PBE champion.
All right, pretty good career for him. 36 4. Let's move on to our third Hall of Famer for this class. And oh boy, unruly rowdy diamonds are clearly not cloudy. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. One time played with spent his entire career with the Cancun Toros, four-time All-Star consecutive years S47 to S50, three-time Silver Slugger in S47, then consecutive years in S50 and S51, a two-time PBE champion with the Toros in 45 and 53, almost 1,000 RBIs, over 300 home runs, 1,400 plus hits, 284 average. So this guy has been one of the more reliable helping bats during the Cancun. He's well deserved to be in the Hall of Fame.
Back when the Toros were pretty dominant, and were perennial contenders for the playoffs. So he was definitely a big part of that legacy, and I think the stats speak for themselves. With that, it's time
Alrighty.
to congratulate the Dallas Sea Serpents as our PBE World Series winners. I
Yep,
think
broke a
this
long
was
drought. They defeated
per-
Vancouver in 6 games. I was on the call for that.
and I think this was pretty expected. Seattle has gone from underdog to perennial contender for playoff contention. So I think this should come as no surprise to anyone that they won the World Series.
Or maybe
But
Dame rigged it because one of the players is an Uma horse. We're not sure. Or maybe.
and with that
Okay,
being
let's move
said, let's
on
move on to
to.
our awards. Starting with the Legends Conference Silver Slugger, this goes to the person with the best bat in the conference. Winner's gonna be Rob Littleton, username Rob Stein. Second season, winning the Silver Slugger in a row, MVP of the All Star game this year. Led ever catcher with 149 hits and a 342 batting average, and led the conference with 46 doubles. Followed by Brian Payne, Akshay Hrishikesh, Satchel Richards, and Rodrigo Wallach.
All
Our
right, let's.
first base winner is going to be Peter Dawson III, a fellow Toronto Pathfinder with 59 overall votes. Anything to add to this one, Valor?
All right, pretty good thing for Dawson here. He won a Gold Glove 4 seasons ago. His first time winning one. Tied for the most home runs as a first base with 30. And for the best batting average with a 326 average. He also led the league among all first basemen with a wins above replacement of 4.7. 59 points for Peter Dawson III, 27 points for McLovin Jr., Stewart gets 25, and Nolan Teggy gets 15.
We move on to second baseman, as that's going to go to Isidro Tanaka with 66 total points. They were an all-star for both years that they've been in the league. They led all of second basemen this season with 145 hits and tied for most home runs at second base with 15. They also led with an average, and you were the only second baseman to hit over, the 300 mark. Baseball, the only sport where you can fail 70% of the time and still win an award. Here followed by Enrique Van Caliente, Julian O'Sullivan Jr., Robert Oliver, and Miggs Mayfield. Congratulations, Jimbo.
All right, let's move on to the third baseman winner. It's going to be Summer Dog, who picks up the win for the third baseman in the Legends Conference. He's a two-time Gold Glove winner. He led the Legends Conference third baseman with 132 hits, 68 RBIs, and 80 runs, tied for the most home runs by a third baseman in the conference with 19. 55 points for Summit Dog. Ashton Lansdale gets 31. Hayden Andrews Jr. 15. Les Scoden 13. Seymour Bolts 8. And Curtis Jones 4. Congratulations, Sorry, on your win for the Silver Slugger this season at third base.
And at shortstop, we have Minnesota Moosey, player named Brooks Walker. This is their sixth career Silver Slugger and their fourth in a row. They are tied for the most home runs for all shortstops in the league, 17, tied for most hits for all shortstops in the conference with 105, 62 RBIs, and 58 runs scored. Following that, we have Diego Ramirez with 30 points, Malcolm Cow 22, 8 goes to 11, Tyson Considerations with 8, and It's Me, Mio with 2. Onto left field, Valerie, take it away.
All right, our left fielder winner this year is from Dogwood Maple. DW Dogman won the Miners Platinum Stick 4 seasons ago. Led legend, and he led and they led conference for left fielders who RBIs with 67. Cue the jokes here before I start asking mods to start punishing people for it.
Don't kill the
And
jokes,
doubles with
please.
27.
Let that joke die.
Yeah, let it die. Because if I hear it with myself and like Marcus, I'm not afraid I'm gonna start cussing at chat, and I'm gonna get hated immediately. DW Dog Maple with 62 points. Paul Zaliski gets 30. Patrick Eschenbaugh with 19 points. Roman Gauthier gets 8. Press Duckley Jr. gets 6. And Wilderman Perez with 1 point.
All right, center
Let's
field is
move
going to
on
go
to our next
to
position.
a starting pitcher, Dub City. Fourth career Silver Slugger for pitcher. They were an all-star this season, went on a 20-game hitting streak. Pretty impressive there. Led the entire conference in home runs with 15 and in WAR with 5.1 WAR. Up next we have Chris van Christenhauser with 29 total points. Caden Trento with 25. Boys who just back game with 14. Steve Duke 7. Steven Strange 4. And Martinez Mom Spooner with 3. On to the right fielders.
All right, let's move on to our next position. Yep. All right, to right field we go. Let's finish off the outfield, and it's Beryl Summers who picks up the win. Was an all-star this year, led all alleged conference right fielders with 126 hits and a 294 batting average. For Micro's player here, 53 points for his player, or their player, because I heard the gender fluid. So I don't want to fumble your pronouns, sorry. Pierre Phillip, 25, Gerrymander, 13, Smalls 11, Mikey Hinckley 9, Angel De La Fuerte 6, Speedy McFly Jr. with 1. Congrats, Wildfire Micro, on your win at Silver Slugger at third. No, I'm at right field. Oh my god. Ah!
A slight
I
correction.
literally just ate before this, so if
It's
I screw up,
I actually pronounced Angel de la Fuerza.
yeah, Angel De
It's
La Fuerte. There.
yeah, it's the
It's
inflection that gets
like
people.
John Jack Franklin Jr., that player. I don't like saying the name, but I do say it.
Jean-Jacques
Oh,
Francois Jacques Jr. Jean
yes. I get
Jean-Jacques
roasted
Francois
by the
Jacques
chat
Jean
every
Jr.
time.
You have to say it
I
in
know
a
Muji
French
roast
accent.
and you roast me for it. All right, let's move on.
Anyways, DH. So it's going to go to Mosquitoes. Canadan. Second straight year winning a Silver Slugger. He won at first baseman last year, was an all-star for his third season in a row, led all DHs, put 139 hits, 34 home runs, 107 RBIs, with the closest being 93. 93 runs, Nichols being 75 runs created, and a 310 average. Their only DH to hit above 300. They have 55 points. Next, Jazzy Thompson at 33. Danny Burgers at 22. Stetson Laramie at 7. Jackson Love at 7. And his presumably sibling, Jordan Love, with 2.
Right, and that will wrap up our Sober Sluggers for the conference. Let's move on to our Gold Glove winners.
And
And we're
as
going to
always,
start this
Gold
off.
Glove will go to the best performing fielder on the field based off the number of factors, including efficiency rating, as well as their error rate. So another reason to invest in your error stats.
Okay, we're going to start off with Schnee's player Hurryquake winning the award for the Gold Glove at catcher. It's their third straight Gold Glove with only 2 errors, 7.7 framing, and 1.06 free efficiency. 39 points for Hurricane. Second place goes to Rodrigo Wallach with 27. Ake Hercrash gets 24. Satchel Richard 21. Rob Littleton 11. And Brian Payne with 4. Congratulations, Hurricane, on the win.
First baseman's going to go to Stewart. This is their first major league award. They have a 5.4 zone rating, 105 efficiency, and an 8.92 range with only one error. They have 56 points. Second place is going to be my fellow Toronto Pathfinder, Peter Dawson III, with 38. Sporger with 15, Teggy with 11, Mark Control 5, and McLovin Jr. with 1.
All right, let's move on to our next position, second base, and it is a swan song for Julian O'Sullivan Jr., Juosu's player, who this which is their fourth Gold Glove award and third straight win with a 13.8 zone rating, a 1.122 defensive efficiency, 4.45 range, and 8 errors. I know it's a little bit high, but you understand that this is the outfield we're talking about here, so this is kind of expected.
You mean
So
infield?
Julio Sullivan gets Jr. gets 61. The rookie sensation Hannah Streamsong gets 39 over guys like Enrique Von Caliente and Robert Oliver, who are tied at 10, and Azuro Tanaka with 6. Congrats, Juosu, on the win for a Gold Glove.
And as someone who played second baseman and played also was in the outfield a lot, it's tough.
It is tough.
You really really
If you
need
don't
a
know,
good
my player
arm.
plays center field, and I was a longtime second baseman with Vidal Jr., so I know how hard this is.
But yeah, no, it's very hard to keep his errors down, especially at shortstop. I envy our shortstoppers in both major leagues and in PBE that can really keep those errors down. Our third baseman winner for the Gold Glove Award is going to go to Seymour Bolts. This is their first Gold Glove. They had a 4.4 zone rating and 1.055 efficiency with a 2.25 range and only 2 errors. They're followed by Ashton Lansdale. Let's go in some
Oh,
dog and
spoiler
Austin
award.
Webb.
Whoops.
You guys saw our um, winner for
Shortstop
shortstop.
winner. Whoa! If you probably saw who it was, but I'll explain later. Okay, it's the lamb sauce. Cassius considerations. Third Gold Glove and back-to-back wins at shortstop with a 9.7 zone rating, 1.067 efficiency, 1.08 range, and tied with 5 errors, which is among the fewest in that position. 61 points. Abe Ghostley second with 28. Malcolm Kell, 22. Itsumi Mayo with 11. And Nolan Windsor Jr. with 4. Congratulations to Lamb Sauce. Hopefully Gordon Ramsay isn't looking for you right now.
And left
Oh,
field, which was the position that I played mainly in high school. It's going to go to Gator McGraw. They are coming off an amazing minors career. They won 3 Gold Gloves and 2 Silver Sluggers. They slid over to left field in their rookie season, but their strong defensive experience led them to a Golden Glove. They led left fielders in zone rating with 8.9, efficiency 1.055, second best range of 1.95, and second best fielding percentage at 991. They're followed by Wilderman Perez with 43 points, Prescott Jr. with 18, Patrick Aschenbaugh with 3.
all right, let's move on to center field, and it's going to be Kreese von Christelhauser with the win here. Von Christelhauser wins his second consecutive Gold Glove in center field. He led all center fielders in efficiency, zone rating, and the second best fielding percentage. He gets 64 points. Steven Strange 42, a starting pitcher 11, Steve Duke 9. Kristenhoff, congratulations on the win, and for once I did not fumble your name.
Right field is going to go to Pierre Phillip as they have 61 total points. They win their third Gold Glove in right field and one in left field, as was their first two. This is their this they were a three-time All-Star, winning a divisional MVP, and they win the Gold Glove by holding the lead for zone rating, efficiency rating, and only committed 2 errors, which gave them the third best fielding percentage and second best among right fielders with 150 more total fielding chances. Second place is going to be Jerry Mander with 33 points, followed by Ethan Shadow, 24, Speed and McFly Jr. with 5, and Chip McDaniel with 3. As it's for Golden Glove as well as Silver Slugger, we go to Rookie of the Year now. For Wes Incumbents, that's going to be Bartolo Colon. Yeah, no surprise here. I don't think
Yeah, no,
anybody was surprised by this one. Congratulations, Irish. You're doing well here and in ISFL as well. They were 7-11 and with a 3.84 ERA, 161 innings, 107 Ks, and a 2.3. Think I should say pitching WAR, not our WAR.
Yeah,
Next we
same
were
thing. It's like there's different types of war as well.
yeah, was batting WAR and then there's pitching WAR. I've
Yeah.
never seen our WAR before. Anyways, next we Wilderman Perez with 43 points, Robert Oliver with 21, and Gator McGraw with 12.
Just as we thought we couldn't avoid Irish in our locker room, he shows up here.
There's no escaping Irish.
There's no escaping. All right, let's move on to the relief pitcher of the year award. And this year's winner will go to Alejandro Abbasi. It's his second win of the award, and he's had two second place finishes. This is his first with Vancouver. He has a 14-3 record, 13 saves, 2.47 ERA, a FIP of 2.81, 91 innings pitched, 107 strikeouts, a 1.75 ERA plus, and a WAR of 3.3. 65 points for Abbasi. Randy Colon gets 34. Ransom Jones 15. Count Crabula, the former Bear, gets 8. Cybernetically enhanced Robodiddle gets 3. And Goat Tank gets 1. Congratulations, Dr. K, on the win for the second time for reliever of the year.
3 our WAR must be reliever WAR then because I've never seen it before. And his pitcher of the year is gonna go to Andy Beans, Court Jester 19. This is their first majors award. They were 14-5 with a 3.33 ERA, 173 innings pitched, 212 strikeouts, 1.10 WHIP, 3.14 FIP, and 4.8 RWAR. Um, they had 42 total points, joined by Johnny Tatum with 26, Leonidas Longpipe 24, Holly Sheet 16, Chuck Nasty 11, P-Dub with a 7. MVP award.
All right, let's move on to the MVP award for the conference. So let's see who gets it this year. It's Rob Littleton, a catcher winning MVP this year in the conference. He's had back-to-back All-Star appearances, a 3.42 average, a 404 on base percentage, an OPS of 975, 14 home runs, 63 RBIs, 46 doubles, 161 OPS plus, 5 stolen bases, and a WAR of 6.0. 52 points for Rob Littleton. The starting pitcher came in second with 23, Peter Dawson with 15, Steven Strange and Andy Beans tied with 8, Leonidas Longpipe with 7, Moscatos gets 5, Alejandro Bossi 5, and the title winner Brian Payne is Zero Tanaka and Holy Sheet with 1.
GMs of the year for this conference. That's going to go to the best GM in the conference. That's going to go to Yakro and Jimbo, GMs of the New York Voyagers. They would have the best record in all of PBE of 76-32 total. Congratulations to Enoch and Jimbo.
Yeah, not surprised to see them there. Voyagers have been consistently good for a very long time. All right, let's move on to the Champions Conference, starting with their Silver Slugger awards. Let's get into them with their catcher, and it's going to be Caltrate Red Flames player Daniel Plainview picking up the win here. It's his third Silver Slugger catcher, only the sixth catcher in Champions history to earn at least 3 within the conference. All 5 others are Hall of Famers, so things are looking up here as a possible Hall of Fame run here for Caltrate's player. 64 points for Plainview. Bliss Slamus gets 36, Leon Rosenthal 20, Bandit Healer 5, and Dustin Becker 1. Congrats, Caltroy. I've seen you a lot in the graphics department at times, so congrats on your win here. Perhaps a future Hall of Fame to come.
First baseman for Silver is going to go to Chauncey Ingram. They had the 10th best all time for any first baseman. 10th best all time OPS for any first baseman in PB history with 1044 OPS. followed by Kerry Kelly with 44 points and Enfant Nerd with 7.
All right, let's move on to the second one, and it's going to be AJ Boucher picking up the win here. They led the entire league with walks with 57, and it's their first award win since getting called up. Okay, 55 wins for Boucher. Bass Reeves, 29. Can You Take Me Higher, 19. Edward McInlay with 8. CJ Levine with 6. Tyler Deffridge with 6. And Green Chilico fan with 3. Congrats, AJ Boucher, on the win.
Third baseman is going to go to Heika Pekka Oh Hi Cow. This is their
This is Haken. I'm
1039.
about to say, what the heck?
Oh,
Am I
yes.
doing swaps for dots again or something? Because it looks like something I would do for them.
They are fourth best all time in PBE 103 OPS at just behind Jax and themselves. Really trying to outdo yourself there, huh, Jacob? They had six total points. Sting New Clips the next with 24. Danger Dollarson with 19. Not even try to pronounce that first name. Montalban with 16 and Sidney Johnson with 1.
All right, let's move on to the shortstop one, and it's going to be Pee Wee Reese picking up the win here for. Turns out he's Mr. Consistency. It's his third consecutive Silver Slugger at shortstop, only the third to win 3 straight in the conference. 57 points for him, 35 points for Literal Flamingo, 16 points for Hole in the Jam, Honk Shoe with 9, AJ Justice with 6, and JC Tom with 3. Congratulations, KC15, with the for the win. As a lot of my chats are talking about Uma again. No, what are we doing?
Left fielder is going to go to Zen Bobrist, username Water. They finished third in total bases for any outfielder in the Champions Conference, and they did so shockingly despite hitting less than 15 home runs. So it's a lot of small ball.
Ooh, tight one too.
52 total points for Bobrist, 43 for Brent Goldberg, 10 for Uro Bunga, 8 for Sean Carcraft, 7 for Jim Hawkins, 5 for Stan, and 1 for Napoleon Solo. We move on to center field.
All right, center field. It's going to be Doc's player Gnome Child picking up the win here. It's a triple crown win for this player. Led all conference champion center fielders in average home runs and RBIs. Wouldn't be surprised me if this guy is an MVP favorite going into this. So 66 points for Gnome Child, Paskets 39, Revan Sean 11, Samirnov 4, Evan Name, literally just name 3. Congrats, Doc, on your win. Maybe we see more of you in the later awards.
Right fielder is going to go to Lawn Gnomes.
Oh God, that render. Oh,
This is their third in a row. They are the third right fielder in Champions history to have at least 4 Silver Sluggers. That's 64 total points. Harry Callahan with 38, Sarah Pope 15, Odin Jigson 7, and Scotty Sterling with 2.
all right, we're ready to move on to our DH winner, and it's going to be Uzi's player, Commander Warsmoke. The only Champions DH to hit at least 20 home runs, also only Champions DH to have at least 200 total bases. So he's been absolutely been a key part of Indy's cleanup hitting. 66 points for War Smoke, Nico Hernandez 44, Slate Gray with 10, Dazen Guy with 4, and Launching with 2. Congrats, Uzi, on picking up your win for the Silver Slugger at DH.
Move on to the Gold Glove now. Gold Glove for catcher for Champions Conference is going to go to Leon Rosenthal. They made a name for themselves at catcher with the strength of their bat, but they also will be adding Junior Howard, joined 2 Silver Sluggers and 5 All-Star selections. They had the best zone rating, highest runners run percentage, and second best ERA for pitchers, though it must be noted that it's the second best by the slimmest of margins, literally 0.01 points. So very, very, very slim.
Oof, that's probably the closest one we're gonna get this ballot.
39 total points for Rosenthal, Banning Hero with 34, Menjibalino with 18, Plainview with 18, Thomas 15, and Big Red Rock Gator with 2. One first baseman.
All right, keeping up with the Apex winners. Uh-oh, this one's kind of rigged because this is the commish getting an award. Okay, how do I say here? He takes home his fourth Gold Glove, joining a Divisional Series MVP and 6 Silver Sluggers. Was tied for the best zone rating, but committed fewer errors and had the best efficiency. This bum commissioner gets 58. For Lincoln Mercury, 33. Alpha Nerd, 17. Chauncey Ingram, 15. Buki Metz, 2. And Ted Janola's 1. Congrats, KP, I guess, on this award. A lot of chat's going to say rigged for sure.
I mean, it's not really as bad as calling your own award win in ISFL. Well, like I did when I won Rookie of the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh no! I'm not sure if this could repeat itself tonight, but with one of us, but we'll see.
AJ Boucher is your Gold Glove second baseman winner. They led the conference with zone rating of 8.6, turned 62 double plays and an efficiency rating of 1.046. This is her first major league award. Next to be Tyler Depard with 32 points, Kenny taking high with 25, Edward McKinley 5, and Taz Buckshank with 4. Moving on to
All
third
right.
baseman.
Third baseman here. It's a cute render, but Bradley Wellerman Jr. picks up the win at third. Is going to add to his trophy case this off season. In addition to bringing home a World Series ring and the World Series MVP, he's going to be a first-time Gold Glove junior. He led all third basemen in efficiency while being tied with the second fewest errors, turning the second most double plays, and having the second best fielding percentage. But each of those second place finishes were to a different third baseman, which is why he ended up winning the award here. 52 points for him. Zykodum Montalban gets 42. Not worth a first, 29. And Danger Dollison 1. Congrats to Dallas with the win here.
Moving on to shortstop, let's go to Victor Cortez. Username Who's on First. And I actually saw that bit for the first time a few months ago, and I still find it hilarious.
Yeah.
They had moved around a bit for Toros. They were at center field, second base, and now shortstop. But they spent the majority of their time at shortstop and were defensive stalwarts. The one-time Silver Slugger winner can now add to his first Gold Glove to his resume. They led the Chinese shortstops in the zone rating with 1.7, efficiency of 1.069, while turning 52 double plays. 46 points for them. Next to be Hong Shu with 38, Wooden Jam 25. I'm just gonna say Thaddeus fell backwards with 10. Jason Tong 4, and Pee Wee Reeves with 3. Excuse me. On to left
Okay, we're going to
field.
move on to our left fielder winner. And finally, it's a Nashville winner, so I can gloat a little bit. It's Palindrome picking up the win. Palindrome wins his first Majors award this season with a Gold Glove. He won the Gold Glove with his best zone rating at left field, the second best range rating, and was tied for the most double plays. 47 points for him. Jim Hawkins gets 33. Stella gets 24. Napoleon Solo 16. And Brent Goldberg 6.
Center Gold
Let's
Glove is
now
gonna
move on
go
to
to
center field. And it's another
Smirnoff.
Nashville winner.
They win their
You want me
second
to take?
consecutive Gold
You
Glove in
got it.
center
You got
field and only their third season in the majors. They led center fielders in efficiency, zone rating, and fielding percentage by beating 275 putouts, with successful only committing one error. 61 total points for Smirnoff, Milo Mysterio 28, Pass 23, Evan Shan 7, Gnome Chow 5, and Werewolf 2. On to right field.
Let's go to right field. And it's a new addition to our broadcast team this year. They'll be joining on as a co-host. Owen Cheekinson wins this year's Gold Glove at right field with the best zone rating, best efficiency, second best zone range rating, and the second best fielding percentage. Cheekinson's no stranger to Gold Gloves. All business is first in right field. This will go on to shove next to three more from shortstop and one for center field. So looking like a potential surefire Hall of Famer. 58 points for him, 38 points for Scotty Sterling, Zach Johnson the third 12, Harry Callahan 6, Firefly Boy 5, Jimmy Arenado Free Serpa 1. Congratulations, Cheeky, and welcome to the broadcast team.
Next to be a Champions Conference Rookie of the Year. That's going to go to Stella, username Red Rio, 68 total points. They had 296 on average, 346 on base percentage, 819 OPS, 13 home runs, 63 RBIs, 32 doubles, 244 WPA, and 2.3 batting WAR. They are joined on this ranking by Bookie Nuts with 30 total points, Cutler with 25, and Lieutenant Duds with 3.
All right, let's get into the Reliever of the Year award. And this year's award for the Champions Conference is going to go to it's going to go to Flop Quads from user Josh the Jew. It's his first Majors award and his first All-Star game appearance. 3-4
Sorry about
record.
that.
Oh my God, you jumped ahead again. No. 11 saves, 98 innings pitched, 90 strikeouts, 2.46 ERA, only allowed a 201 average allowed, 3.5 reliever WAR. 54 points for him. Ray Xavier gets 40. Lizzie Woohoo gets 222. Roquefort Cotswold 3, and Krish Cash 2. Congrats, Josh the Jew, on the win for reliever of the year.
So I'm not jumping forward intentionally. My jacket keeps hitting my mouse pad 'cause I'm on vacation. I don't do it on my mouse. So if you want to
Oh yeah,
postpone the
that
game,
happens. Like I'm literally on my new setup, so it's not as clunky, and I'm able to run my stuff better. That's why I upgraded Simmer because I would not be able to stream this in my older PC.
anyways, pitcher of
All
the
right,
year, we go to Remy LeBeau, a lost man. This is their first major award and first All-Star game appearance. They were at a 15-3 record with 2.36 ERA, 183 innings pitched, 162 strikeouts, 1.06 WHIP, and 184 ERA plus with a 7.0 WAR. They had 58 total points.
all right.
Next to be Mac John with 44, Ivy DeVries at 16, Maurice Bernard 6, always a Bummus at 1.
One vote. Did Hummus get himself? Did Hummus cast the vote himself? I'm not sure. He probably did. Okay, let's get back on track with the MVP award for the conference. And I already mentioned him earlier. It's Gnome Child picking up the win here. On their first All-Star appearance and one hell of a season they've had, 295 average, 339 on base percentage, and 843 OBS, base percentage, 22 home runs, 68 RBIs, 85 runs, a 4.64 WPA, 96 steals, 5.4 WAR, 32 points for Gnome Child. Second place goes to Chauncey Ingram with 19. Pass gets 17. Remy LeBeau gets 17. Mac John gets 15. Bliss Slam is 8. Becca Orkow gets 8. Carrie Kelly gets 5. Ivy DeVries gets 3. And Daniel Plainfield gets 2. Congrats, Doc, on your MVP award.
Champions Conference GMs of the year is going to go to Indy, not
Look at
the
hot.
World
Oh my
Series
God. Look at the
winners.
market between first and third.
Yep,
That was
it did.
tight.
It did not actually go to the Seattle Seahawks like it
Which I think is
usually does.
surprising.
Yeah, it did not go to the World Series winner, even though that's typically who it goes to. Very close though. 40
Yeah.
total points for Indy. They finished the season 64-44, tied for their best record in the conference. Seattle with 37 points, Detroit with 35, Death Valley 10, Cancun 2, Nashville 1. We're down to the minors. As always, congrats to the Kingpins for being the minor league PBE World Series winners. minus
Yeah,
Silver
we still
Slugger.
off our minor silver slugger. And this first one's going to go to Turd Ferguson. Following his second All-Star selection, Turd Ferguson will pick up his first piece of hardware with his Silver Slugger. He led catchers in OPS plus, runs created per 27 outs, and on-base percentage. 54 points for Turd. Carlton Beatty gets second with 39. Homer Simpson gets 8 points. Teresa McTator 7. Emilian Vega 4. Homer Slamson 3. And Tater McCheesy 1. Congrats, Turd Ferguson, on getting the award.
First baseman's gonna go to JB Rainier, Bazooka Joe. They're continuing their batting dominance, taking on their second Silver Slugger award alongside two All-Star Game selections. They won this award by leading first baseman in OPS, RC 27, average RBIs, and second most home runs. They had 61 total points. Next to be JD Pants with 19, Luke 18, Adam Fuse 15, Air Dong 3, and Cal COVID 1.
All right, let's move on to second base. We're going to go to Adam Cole, baby, who picks up the award for the Silver Slugger second. He had a monster season at the plate for a month. He had led the second baseman in OPS, runs created per 27 outs, RBIs, batting average, runs, and the second most home runs. This is Bebe's first individual award, although he does have two All-Star selections. This guy was a key part to Bruce City getting part to the World Series, by the way, despite not winning. Bebe 59, Duke Newsom 31, and oh dear God, that name showed up. Okay, here we go. Jax Francois, Jack Jean Jr. 9, T. Fernandez Jr. 8, Alan Greer 4, Moritz Murdoch 3. Congrats, Steele, for the win, and Lumos, I don't want to announce your player's name again.
Jean-Jacques Francois Jacques Jean Jr.
It's going to haunt me.
The third baseman Silver Sluggers can go to Bobby Briggs. They were selected the last season All-Star game, but it was passed over this season. However, he takes home his first seasonal award with Silver Slugger. They were the batting leader in LPS, runs RC 27, home runs, and had the second most RBIs. They had 55 total points. Flibble Lefebvre with 22, Dusty Greer 18, Noreen Craig 15, Gumby Phillips 3, Higashi Suzuka with 3, and El Grande Mexicano with 1. Or Mexicano, I should say.
All right, let's move on to the shortstop winner, and it's going to go to Ystola Rule. Rule posted a 20-game hitting streak this season, so it's not a surprise that they're winning the Silver Slugger at shortstop. This is their second consecutive Silver Slugger win, and they got it by leading shortstops in OPS, runs created per 27 outs, RBIs, batting average, runs, and the second most home runs. 56 points for them. Ejecto Cito, 28. Dave Babbitt Person, 14. Nikolai Stavinsky's 13. Gary Giraffe, 6. Congrats, Acoustic, for your win. And let's move on to the left fielder winner this year.
That's going to be Tiernan O'Malrain. They've been having a great amount of their career as they followed up the rookie season, winning with an All-Star Game selection and a Silver Slugger. They led all the fielders in OPS, RC 27, batting average, runs, and has the most RBIs. They're joined by Julio Reese Jr. with 32 total points, Gibson Delvanek with 21, Cianon Murukatake with 8, Griffin Stone with 5, Maverick Tonyan with 4, and Red Panda at 1. Moving on to center field.
All right. Next award here. It's going to go to Jimmy Lumber, a fellow Nashville member. Jimmy Lumber's following up his first All-Star Game selection with his first Silver Slugger. He earned the award by leading center fielders with OPS, runs created per 27 outs, runs, home runs, and the second most RBIs. Runs created per 27 outs, but led WRC plus and batting average. So good campaign for Ziegel here. 56 points. I can't believe it's not PBE 30. A bum named Vidal Valor III, 17. Henry Magic 8. Sebastian Primo 3, Ottoman Timothy 2, Jody Quinn Jr. 1. Congrats, Ziegel, on getting the Silver Slugger Award at center fielder. Let's go on to right field.
That's gonna be
And
Ozzy
that will go to
Robinson, username J Cool. This is first seasonal award.
Height 1 2.
They had incredible postseason last year where they won the World Series MVP for or sorry, Series MVP for every single round. They had also selection this year as well, and they had led like there was OPS, RC 27, batting average, runs, and home runs. They had 49 total points on next feed. Jared Kisa with 45, King Loke with 9, Tung Sahur with 6, Jackson Cheerios with 5, Total Die with 2, and Laser Show 1.
We got one more Silver Slugger we got here. It's Esteban Santos Garcia picking you up at DH. He's a three-time All-Star, is taking home his second consecutive Silver Sluggers at DH. He led the hitting specialist in OPS, runs created per 27 outs, RBIs, batting average, runs, and home runs. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the conversation for MVP. 60 points for him. Bune Matthews gets second with 32. Aaron Knox is with 10. Joseph Kelly with 8. Devontae Moore 6. And Andrew Berry Jr. with 1. Congrats, Pineapple. That is legit for the win. And let's move on to the Gold Gloves.
Gold Glove for catcher in the minor leagues is going to go to Chorizo McTater, more or less 89. They were dominant as the superior Tater related rookie catcher. Um, they continued a streak of no back-to-back winners in 10 seasons. I, I almost thought that said BCB. Like, well, that's not very nice. But um, 42 total points from them. Carlton Beatty 22, Tater McCheesy at 20, Emilian Vega 16, Homer Clemson 5, Trevor Ferguson 2, and I've got a dumper 1.
All right, let's go on to the next award. It's going to be first baseman Gold Glove. It's going to go to Luca. Tight one as well. Second consecutive Gold Glove at first baseman. Funny enough, second player in a row who wins two straight Gold Gloves at first baseman. Miggs Bayfield at S55 and 56, and now Luca in S57 and S58. That's a funny note from our graphics team. Luca picks up the win with 49 points, barely edging out JB Rainier with 40 points. 16 points for Ariel Dong, and Cal Covid picks up 3 points. Congrats, Luca, on your consecutive wins at Gold Glove.
Second base go to Alan Greer, used for A. Greer. Their second rookie in a row to win the second base Gold Glove award. 49 total points. Player to be named later of 25, Troy um, Monopolitsky with 17, 3, Duke Newsom with 11, Adam Bebe 5, and Mortimer Dog 1. I don't think that 3 should be there.
All right, let's move on to the third base award, and it's going to go to Durian Craig. 7.3 zone rating, good for fourth best at third baseman in the past 10 seasons. This is why he got the award. 50 points for Craig, Rafael Furcal Jr. with 24, Higashi Suzuka at 21, Dusty Greer with 5, Bobby Briggs at 4, Tibble LaFave with 3, El Grande Mexicano 1. Congrats, Laser, on picking up the award here. Let's move on to shortstop.
Gonna go to Nikolai Savinsky's. They're only the sixth shortstop in minors history to win back-to-back Gold Glove awards. 39 total points. Next to be Gary Giraffe with 33, Gistola Rule with 12, Ejectocito with 8, Lucas Ryan 7, Dave Bud Pepperson with 3, and Marcus Autotop with 1. Moving on to left field.
All right, left field, and it's going to be a rookie picking this one up. Griffin Stone making his appearance from ISFL. He's the first rookie to win left field Gold Glove since Palindrome got it in S52. 54 points for him. McScooty Fortune 22. Red Panda 17, Maverick Tunyon 5, Cyanam Murtak 5, Julio Ruiz 4, and Tierman O'Mallory with 1. Congrats, Griff, on the win, and I think that's one of my favorite renders in any sim league. I even did his render for the draft.
Center field Gold Glove Award winners can go to, once again, Jimmy Lumbers, Eagle 1. Their 18.5 zone rating at center field is the best since cash considerations in season 52. 53 total points. Ottoman Timothy with 27. I can't believe it's PBE with 19. Vidal Bauer the third, my co-host at 5. Jordy Quinn Jr. with 3. Henry Magic with 1.
How'd you
Right
give
field
this
Gold
bum
Glove.
player 5 votes? What's going on here? All right, the right fielder award is going to go to Ozzie Robinson here. He's the first reliever to win the right field Gold Glove award since Strick McDaniel in S45. 44 points for him. Jared Kisa with the extra bracket on there, 29. Tong 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 Sahur, 15. Laser Show, 6. Jackson Cheerios, 5. Total Dial, 5. Paddington Von Pippington, 3. King Lock, 1. Congrats, Jay Cool, on sweeping both the Gold Glove and the Silver Slugger.
Congratulations, Ozzy. We go on to the rookie of the year in the minor league. So we go to Johnny Tom, using Jimmy Quick starting pitcher. They were an all-star, had an 11 and 10 record with 4.01 ERA, with 73 innings pitched, 108 strikeouts, 388 FIP, and 3.5 WAR. Their 35 total points leads the class with Caton Montreal 21, Injector 15, Chorizo McTater 13, Sophia Mondragon with 6, George Pentelbenz 5, Christian Summers 5, Alvin Greer 5, and definitely not able to tier 4. Our reliever of
All
the
right, we're
year.
going to move on to reliever of the year, and this year's winner will go to Mickey Martino, who picks up the win. 3-4 record, 15 saves, 88 innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, 1.93 ERA, a 2.30 ERA plus, and a relief WAR of 3.9. 47 points for him. Ruben McIntosh gets 25, George Fantaben 16, Christian Summers 13, Gorho Shingaro 9, Kobe Renslow 4, William Nilliam gets free. Congrats, Mike Martin, picking up the win of reliever of the year.
Our pitcher of the year for Liners is going to go to Animal Kingdom, username Chadwick. Their first pitcher of the year win with 2 second place finishes, 12 and 8 with a 3.29 ERA, 175 innings pitched, 131 strikeouts, 224 opposing average, 135 ERA plus, and 4.7 WAR. That 49 total points leads the class with Jacked Up at 38, Tugboat 14, the Peacinator with third at 10, EA Nasir with 5, and definitely not able to clear with 1.
All right, let's move on to the MVP of the minors, and that will go to Adam Cole Bay Bay picking up the win here. A two-time All-Star, a 330 average, 378 on-base percentage, a on-base 899 OPS, 25 home runs, 98 RBI, 77 runs, 141 WRC plus, and a 3.6 WAR. 51 points for him. Esteban Santos Garcia gets 33. Carlton Beatty 14. Duke Newsom 6. Jared Kiso 5. Animal Kingdom 4. Ozzy Robinson 2. Tugboat 1. Congrats, Steele, on picking up the MVP. And I think it's been a while since Bruce City got one. But it's good to see the MVP coming up.
And the GMs of the year is going to go to Chicago, the Kingpins. This one did go to the World Series winner. They finished third in the East Division with a record of 56 and 52 at 48 total points. Bruce City of 28. Louisville 13, Anchorage 9, Florida 9, California 6, Kansas City 5.
All
And
right.
our NDM, Valor, take it away.
And this one will go to It will go to Emidas, who is the guy who constructed our. Wait, it's a tie actually. Wait, take a look. They both have the same votes.
So,
Wait,
so someone on the awards team in the chat, if you are in the chat, how do you determine a tiebreaker for
I think
MDM?
it goes to first place votes. If there is somebody here, I see about 74 people in the chat right now. So if someone could explain to me what is this, or if Dame could explain, it says Emidus gets it on. I assume it's first place votes. He gets it on tiebreaker over Dame with 71. Aria EXC gets 32. Nick Wise 27. Rob Stein 26. Nazbase 22. Black Baby Jesus 19. KP 13. Melon Teggy 7. VRBX Rob's X1 or Yeti Taz 2. And the Nano 75 with 1. And that
I,
means we got one award left.
I
And
mean,
this is
if
something
if
that is
if we're
very
talking
dear to us.
MDM for Amidas, I'd say he wins it just for the portal alone, all the work he's put into it.
Yeah. If that does not get him there, I would not be pleased.
All right, it's time for the Emmy Memorial Award. This is an award that is very personal to both me and Valor, as we both knew Emmy quite well. Emmy was a user who, in 2022, in September, we lost, unfortunately, to a battle with cancer. Emmy was dedicated to the success of the minor leagues and ensuring that every user, no matter who they were, had a wonderful and unforgettable experience. She was dedicated to ensuring that new creates and recreates were active, and she was definitely a shining light to many in the PBE. During her time on this earth, she taught me that there's more to the league than just being on a championship bound team and winning awards. She taught me the importance really of helping, rebuilding teams, and I am a lot better off for her.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately,
What
she was is gone too soon.
gone too soon, but this award represents having a great dedication to the league, always willing to help out when needed, and always willing to respond to anyone's suggestions and open to being there. That's what defines Emmy, and that's what defines the award. So let's take a look and see who ends up winning the award this year. Oh my, whoa. Oh my gosh.
Well, Valor,
Oh my God.
now me and you are Emmy Award winners.
Oh my God. I did not have a speech. I was looking ahead of this. I saw my name. I was in shock. I was like, so what the PBE means a lot to me. This league, when I decided to come back to it, I was welcomed back with open arms, and it was, and probably, for what you don't know, my main work consistently is with the streaming department and the graphics department. If you probably look at some of your draft graphics, you will see my name there. What I try to do is produce the highest quality. Although my quality can be iffy at times, I try to make sure that each user has a draft graphic that they will forever cherish, and it's a sign that it's a welcome to the league, and it's my way of saying, welcome in. Here's my. I've always loved to interact with users with this way. This season, I decided to step it up and come when Dame decided to offer me a spot in the streaming department. I couldn't say no. I felt that through my podcast, I wanted to expand my voice to teach people more about the league. And to be completely honest, I never thought I would get this far. Sure, this is better than any ring in any championship or any MVP that I've won in any other leagues. For those who don't know, I did share a team with Emmy. She was my main GM with the original Vidal Valor. I was there for a few years and was one of the key assets to the Kashima team before eventually getting traded to New Orleans. What Emmy meant to me was somebody who wants to give a chance to someone that who was seen as pretty much as an outcast. And giving that chance to that someone, to that special someone who has been often overlooked, often gets not a lot of help, it means everything to me. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank everyone in the streaming department and the graphics department, Dame in particular, and I've shouted out a few other people. Orbiting Death, you've been my pal over in Dots as well. We took care of the captain's backlog, and we continue to make elite graphics together. To TG, the guy who originally brought me into the department back in the S40s, I couldn't have this opportunity without you being there. And of course, to anyone who's been with me over the past couple of seasons, I would like to thank you for being a teammate of mine. And I'm going to say, God bless you. And make sure my DMs are always open when if you need to talk about something that you're not comfortable about, or if you just need a graphic from me. I'm always there. I'm always going to be in this league. And from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank the PBE and the Words thing for giving me this. And to Emmy, thank you for everything you've taught me. I've become a much better user thanks to your advice, and I'm now considered one of the most respected graphics artists in any league I've gone into. Thank you so much, and to everyone in PPE, strive to be your best, and if you need help, always reach out to somebody. Getting help is the best thing that can happen. Look, I've also been through a lot of dark times as well. Had it not been this league and a couple of them, there's a good chance I'm not around. So, with the bottom of my heart, I would like to say thank you, God bless, and let's have ourselves a great season ahead.
Yeah, I remember the first time I won the Emmy award back then. I want to say, oh gosh, season 50 or 51, I want to say. And I literally just was in shock. I could not believe it. I even told LP, who was my GM at the time on Florida, that I didn't even remotely deserve that award. So it was it was really really heartwarming that the league honored me with that award, and to anyone who wins it, whether it's me, Valor, or some of our previous winners, especially the people that knew Emmy personally, this award it means everything to us. So, um, anyways,
Great to be
before
part of this club. And to
yeah,
Emmy, I always will, any championships or anything more awards going forward, I'm dedicating this to you. You got me my start here in the league, and I've never been prouder.
anyways, before I break down again, like I do every season, let's wrap this up with thanking Sonic, Gmail, we will message rooms. Thank you everyone for joining us. Congratulations to those who have received some hardware. Many thanks to all the teams who put postseason stuff, and thanks to being my favorite part of the PBE schedule. See you all next time. Sonic Gmail.
And to everyone here, let's get ourselves a great season ahead. Our first broadcast will be on Thursday. I'm gonna peek up the schedule real quick to see who's on the schedule for that day. And before I start tearing up myself, we don't got anybody scheduled, but Saturday on the 10th, I will be doing my first ever live broadcast of the PBE. Spring Training Day 2. It's going to be myself and a new debut with Sleepy. You might have heard him in the minors draft. So, anyway, I would like to say, once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming to this award stream. And on behalf of Tim G, this is ValorX77 saying signing off and God bless. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, or day or night, wherever you are. And remember, I'm always a DM away, and help is always there when you need it.